now that we have seen how to use quick table calculation, we've seen everything, table down, table across, table down and across and down, all that stuff is seen, right? So towards the end of the last video, we have just been we have kept something called as percentage of total, and it's been on down. It can give you a summary of what's been happening over here. It's percentage of sales and down. That is in 2011. Which month has given me what percentage of sales is something like this is being shown over here. Now, if I look at it and I want to create a heat map out of it, what I need to do is to just drag this sum of sales and put it on color of marks. See what happens. If I do that, it generates this. It generates a heat map. What do you mean by heat map? The color, the degree of color, or I should say the gradient of color, is showing the strength of the value. And we can see that the light blue color represents a very small number, and the dark blue represents a bigger number. Now, in fact, we can change it. Let me change these colors over here. We can do it by clicking over here into edit color. We could have also changed it by clicking on color over here and move on to edit colors. And let me move on to what I really like, that is red and green diverging, right? 3% being red, dark red, and probably the middle value, if you want to see what is middle value, you can see the center value is around 9%. We can move on to that, right? And perhaps we would like to change the center a bit. Let me make it like instead of a 9, let's make it like 0.5, right? And if I apply it, it'll be something like this. And if I click on OK, right, we can see the strength of the values over here. That is the dark reddish over here. In fact, I'll just click on this, click on edit colors again, and I'll go for use full color range. Okay. And if I click on, or probably I'll just change the center to, let's say 0.07. And if I apply and click on it, we can see a lot of stuff. For example, the minimum increment, the minimum percentage increment over previous month's sale in any year happened in Feb 2012, where there was just an increment of 3%, right? Or I should not say increment, but I think the contribution of a month sale in the entire year is minimum in Feb 2012, when it just contributed 3% to the entire year's sale over here, right? Whereas the maximum contribution came somewhere over here in September, when it came out to be around 15% and 15% over here. Similarly, 16% in August 2012. So August 2012 came out to be something which is, as the biggest contributor across the entire data in a single month, in a single year, right? The entire gradient gives you a lot of story over here. For example, we can see that this is the red blocks over here. We can see there's a lot of red over here, which indicates that the contribution of these months over the years had not been great. And for the rest of the 3 months which are not green, they're not rest of the months which are not red are not pretty green either, isn't it? So that is why we can see that these 4 months, which is Jan, Feb, March, and April, have not contributed greatly to the sales of the entire year. It's the last 7 months from June, right, till December, which has majorly formed the entire sales. That's my season. We can see easily demarcate between the season that this is the green and this is the more of a green portion, except October and July, right? And rest of the other portion are more towards red portion, which seems that there seems to be seasonality from June to December over here, right? Now, this is percent of total across down. Now, we can keep on changing it. If we change it, right, we can, for example, if you go for percentage difference, and let's say the percentage difference is right now table across, we can go for table down as well. The heat map automatically will change according to it, right? The heat map will change according to the values. So we can see that, okay, the highest increment came in November 2011, when there was a 235% increment jump in sales from the previous month. Similarly, highest decline came in October 2011, same year, right? Just a month before, when there was a decline of 75% in the entire sales from the previous month. All that kind of analysis becomes very easy, right? And please ignore this red color, because right now there is nothing to show over here, because these will be empty values, right? So this is how heat maps can be generated. Now, if you go and click on this particular icon over here, which is show mark labels, which is the shortcut of showing mark labels from here, once you click on this or here, you'll be able to see the actual numbers here as well, right? You can, let me just go to right click, go to format, and let me select the field, which is my difference in sum sales. And for numbers alignment, I'll move on to, okay, this is automatic. We can just click on this and this is going to give me the numbers. For alignment, we'll go for normal alignment, right? And probably down, it's not changing much here. Same case here. What you can go for is numbers custom. Let's see whether we can, get these numbers towards the center over here. Okay. So probably not be able to find it right now, but it's okay, right? We can just, look at it and see where can we find the alignment portion. But if we can go for alignment over here, I think this is where we can find it. We can just see that the numbers, now this is more towards the default. I have to select the field. The field is different. I'll go for pane. I'll go for alignment as center. Here we go. We have put the numbers at the center. And now according to the numbers, we can see the colors over here. We can easily spot where I've dropped on the sales. We can easily observe months like July and October without having the values being there. Even if the values are not there, we can easily observe that October and July are the troublesome months because the sales, coming from year above, from months like January, Feb, March, April, May, is always declining in 4 months. This is what heat maps can do for you guys, right? This is what heat map does. Right, so this is quick table calculation and this is what we can do with it. It's simple yet very effective in tables. If you're going for tables, I would strongly recommend that you put some kind of quick table calculation, or at least put in the heat map over there. That way, the graph looks much better than a normal table.